Welcome to the third episode of Off the Bench. It's a Thursday, January 14th. It's a good day because I've been bored all week. No playoff football. A little bit of NHL on yesterday, but it wasn't as exciting as playoff football. So, let's get into it. And right before we get into it, this episode is sponsored by London Bobby, best fish and chips in Trenton, Ohio.
Yes, make sure you head over there right next to the Casanos, and if you do, go in there and say that we sent you.
Yeah, they'll be like, we know.
Yeah, no, they'll hook you up if you just say that Off the Bench sent you. But after all this nonsense, this is the third episode, so if you're still listening to us at this point, I'm starting to question maybe if you have issues, or if you're just lonely.
London Bobby's gonna be like, this. You're the 100th person that came in here from Off the Bench.
I'm telling you, if you go in there and tell them, they will hook you up. That is all I'm going to say. I can't say much more than that. But
And
they will hook you up.
fish and chips in Trenton, Ohio, it's what we're known for.
That is what this town was built on. Our values were built on this. So
We're built on Magnode and fish and chips.
yeah, not a doubt in my mind. We've not been built on anything else. Small town
and Miller Lite.
Small town, big fish. That is what our motto is. I don't know what's happened on episode 3 here.
This is my favorite start to any episode.
I'm sorry, if you came here for football, you're here for the wrong reason.
We're kind of just hoping you're from Trenton, Ohio.
Yeah. If you're not and you're just listening to this, move here because we're the nicest city in Ohio, built on fish and chips and Magnode metal. So
Because we're pretty funny, but if you take out our Trenton, Ohio jokes, we're not that funny.
yeah, no, that's all we got. That's all we bring.
All right.
Do we want to talk divisional playoff football now, or do we just want to talk fish and chips?
It's a hard one, but I'm going to have to go with Rams and Packers.
First game of the week, Rams at Packers at Lambeau. Rams, Packers are 6.5-point favorites. Over-under set at 45.5.
They need a better name for the divisional round. We went from Super Wild Card Weekend. They have Super and Wild in the same sentence. Then we just go divisional.
Just divisional. Maybe like Dirty Divisional Round.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Well, it'd be like the college basketball.
Yeah, because they're the Elite 8, Sweet 16.
Super Wild Card, Dirty Divisional. I like
We
it.
got Creamy Conference.
The Creamy Championship.
The Creamy Conference Championship.
I was going to say Creamy too, but I didn't want to be the first person to say Creamy.
Yeah, I think that was a bit interesting.
There's really no.
All right, so it's the Dirty Divisional.
Dirty
Divisional games.
Heard it here.
This is where things get dirty, man.
Off
People are
division.
playing for the Super Bowl.
And yeah, and it's
What better dirty divisional quarterback than Aaron Rodgers, though?
this game's about to get dirty. The best offense in the league right now. Would you say the Packers are the best offense in the league?
It's got to be at least top 3. At best, I would say them and Chiefs, Bills. I think those 3 are the ones that can move the ball whenever they
Bills
want.
haven't been playing that well. Maybe Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers could go toe to toe, but Aaron Rodgers has been doing this since Josh Allen was 12.
Yes, Aaron Rodgers has been slinging that thing in the dirty division for a long time.
But the thing about is the best offense in the league. They're about to play a defense scarier than a stepdad on midnights.
Oh, and if you know anything about that, if you ever have had me and Duff both have experience with this, but if you ever had a step that worked midnights, maybe at a factory, you know not to mess with that guy.
You're silent.
So that is how the Packers are going to be having to treat these Los Angeles Rams. Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald is the epitome of just scariness. That guy wouldn't want to be anywhere near that guy at any point. But he seems so nice. He seems weirdly nice and mean.
Yeah, and the Packers have their best left tackle out.
Yeah, David Bakhtiari. If I completely butchered his last name, I don't care. I think
probably
Bakhtiari's
did.
got to be at least a good try at it.
Yeah, if there's ever a last name that's rough to say and Joe Buck didn't say it first, we're going to say it wrong.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, the funny thing is that did you see that the Packers signed Jared Veltier, who just played left tackle for the Colts in their last playoff game?
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't even think this was possible. I don't understand how you play a playoff game for someone, and now he's about to go play another playoff game for someone. That sounds almost like it just should not. There should be some fine print against that.
Did he I think it was because he was on the practice squad.
Yeah, but it's weird. Like, I mean, he was on the practice squad, but then he must have been on the active squad because he started the game.
Is the practice squad just immediately disbanded after the playoffs?
I'm not sure. I guess as soon as your season ends.
Because there's no more practice.
That is true. No practice, no squad. I feel like that adds up.
No practice, no squad.
No practice, no squad. And you're just free to join any team you want.
That's our new motto. Off the bench, no practice, no squad.
Does that make sense? No. But
because we don't practice.
No practice, no squad.
We haven't made a single prediction about this game yet. So recently last week I went 5-1 on money lines, and the only reason I did is because I said to myself, "There's got to be some upsets." Anybody who took the favorite in every game, they went 3-3, but I went 5-1. I did go a little too upset happy because I picked the Titans and they did not win, but I didn't want to bet against Derrick Henry. And I think if I got to pick an upset this week, the Rams got to be one of them.
So you think the Rams win this game? Or do you think I at least cover?
I might throw $5 on the Rams money line.
So this is what we're going to do, because now we're going to make it to where we pick one thing from each game to put our life on, which is either the over-under or the spread. We won't pick both unless you really feel really confident about both things. For me, I'm going to go Packers minus 6.5. I just feel like the Rams played a tough game, had a few injuries, which Aaron Donald and Cooper Kupp are supposed to be playing, and John Wolford. No one actually cares that he's healthy, but the only people that care that John Wolford is healthy are his family. I think Sean McVay would rather him
and
not
the
be
Packers, because they're like, they might start this
That
dude.
is true. The only people that want John Wolford to be healthy, Packers, John Wolford's family, and that's it. That's the only two types of people that want him to be healthy.
You think Jamal Adams felt bad after that?
No. Jamal Adams liked that for sure.
I saw a tweet that said Jamal Adams is a linebacker that plays safety.
I take it one step further. I think he's a defensive lineman that plays safety. He gets cooked in coverage.
Maybe there were some that said he's like 6'1". That's not true.
Yeah, he just looks like he's like a little small guy that just runs around, tries to blitz. It's like everyone has an idea of what they should do on a play, but they just tell Jamal Adams, "Hey man, run. Just go and just try and hit someone, injure them."
Yeah. He did. He injured somebody.
Yeah, he got someone, which honestly, it might have been a bad play because it got Jared Goff into the game. I'd be kind of mad if I'm Pete Carroll.
I might go.
I would have been like, keep him healthy. That would have been my motto to my defense. Hey, hit John Wolford, but don't hit him hard.
I am taking Jared Goff
with zero thumbs.
with no opposable fingers
over that guy, for sure. So, but with Jared Goff, if Jared Goff plays, Cooper Kupp plays, Aaron Donald plays, do you want to lock in a Rams 6.5, or do you feel in this over-under? Which 45.5 is a low number.
I think there's so many things I don't want to. I've wanted to bet on a lot of things, but the competition is getting so close this week.
It is tough.
I don't want to bet on anything. But if somebody has a gun in my head and said that I'll shoot you if your bet doesn't work, I'm taking the over 45.5.
So we're going to lock in an over 45.5 for Duff on this game. I'm going to stick to my Packers minus 6.5. So we both have a chance to be right here.
Yeah, I do think that if the Packers win, that they'll probably win by a touchdown.
6.5 scares me, though, because I feel like a lot of games end by 6 or 4. Like, it's just like a scary number, like 3.
They do with this weird, like, everybody's like, hey, I know math, so I'm going to go for 2 randomly in the third quarter.
The Steelers were making me so mad when they were down 12, but wouldn't go. No, they were down 13, and they wouldn't go for 2 to make it 11, which then 11 is field goal, touchdown, 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
But then they would just go for 2 randomly down 25 or something like that. I'm like, dude, you guys are making me physically mad, because then once they did that, even if the Steelers were going to win that game, they were going to win by 1, which was going to ruin my bet. And I would have been very upset.
We forgot to talk about in the last episode how bad that punt was.
Yeah, 4th and 1, all the momentum in the world.
They're cooking the Browns at this point.
And then they just send out the punt team, Browns go down and score. I don't understand it. It's a bad call for Mike Tomlin. To me, the loss is not completely on him, obviously, but I feel like it was just a really bad. It didn't look like a prepared Steelers team.
Yeah, maybe Mike Tomlin took over Cowherd's program and won a Super Bowl early, maybe he's a fraud. Because I saw something that, like, you see all, like, Bill Belichick's assistants are taking over the league.
Yeah.
There's so many Bill Belichick's assistants in the league. No Mike Tomlin assistants.
Yeah. Mike Tomlin, I feel like his, like, style of how he plays and how he, like, built a team is not how the Steelers are today. Like, Mike Tomlin's usually, like, run first, no nonsense. Now he's got TikTokers, no run game.
Strictly drafting corny wide receivers.
Yeah, it's just, it feels like they need a little bit of an identity change, which has nothing to do with the Rams-Packers. We should have hated on the Steelers last episode more, honestly.
I did.
Yeah, I honestly let them off way too easy.
Thinking. We even talked about, we brought up our worst Steelers memory of the ACL injury on Carson Palmer, and you still
and then I still bet on them to win the wild card round.
It
was just stupid of me. Rams, Packers. Also, Aaron Rodgers, love the guy. I cannot bet against Aaron Rodgers. I can't sit there and just not root for the guy. I just like
That's
him.
why
It's weird, though, because
anything I'm confident on, even if the Packers lose, he's still scoring.
Yeah, it's just like Aaron Rodgers. I feel like he's like you either love Aaron Rodgers or you hate him. Like, there's just some people out there just don't like the guy because the way he carries himself. I just think he's a cool guy. I don't know. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's a true gunslinger. He makes, like, you rarely see a quarterback where his passes just look different than everybody else's. Like, he's throwing it fast, but it's just scooting over the cornerbacks' heads.
Devonta Adams versus Jalen Ramsey is going to be so fun to watch.
That's the matchup of the week.
It's so fun to watch. And it's the first game. Like, all these games are just going to be so fun, except for Browns-Chiefs might not be fun. I'm not sure. It depends on if the Browns show up. But, like...
You think DK Metcalf is rooting for Jalen Ramsey this week, so DK Metcalf doesn't look like as much of a fraud?
No, DK Metcalf seems like a guy that he'd be cheering for Devonta Adams as he gets past Jalen Ramsey. That's how much he hates Jalen Ramsey.
That's very true. That does suck. If I was a wide receiver, I would not play in the NFC West just so I didn't have to play against
Jalen Ramsey. Being a receiver and knowing you have to see Jalen Ramsey twice a year would not be fun. You just know he's such a good trash talker too. Yeah. Like, it's just known. Like, he would make you so mad.
Like, I don't know what that dude's not good at. Like, he looks better than you, plays better than you, trash talks better than you. The media likes him more.
Yeah, so he's got it all right now. Good for him. Hopefully Devonta Adams cooks him for 10.
He's an NFL sweetheart.
Yeah. I'm gonna need Devonta Adams 10 for 188 on this game here.
Yeah, and Devonta Adams got some spicy routes, so I still think he gets. I wonder what the over under. What's the over under for Devonta Adams yards?
I don't think. Player props usually don't come out till the Friday, and this is getting uploaded on. This is Thursday, so I don't think the player props are out yet.
Okay, well I feel like I gotta bet on that because
if they
it's
put
such
the
a
number,
matchup.
If they put the number, I bet you they drop down the number because of Jalen Ramsey, and if they drop it to anywhere below 80, I'm taking it because Devonta Adams is gonna go crazy no matter what. Like, he's gonna get his. And if he doesn't, then the Packers probably lose.
Yeah, they're probably gonna make it pretty spicy though. So,
and then, but I mean, all right. So we got our bets in for that game. This next game, I think this game could be the defensive game of the week. Like, I feel like it could be low scoring, or these teams are about to just go absolutely insane on each other and score 40 each. I can't decide.
There's so many outcomes.
Yeah, this game is dependent on a lot of what happens in the first half for me, and that's Ravens-Bills.
I just don't think that the Ravens can score more than the Bills.
I definitely don't. I think it's just like that because the Titans went up early, but they couldn't, like, keep it going. The Bills are a team that, like, if they go up early, they can keep it going. Like, the Bills started bad against the Colts because they just had bad field position and whatnot.
That was straight up tug-of-war game.
Yeah.
The Bills started inside the 10 every time.
Almost like 5 straight drives.
Justin Tucker's kickoffs. I mean, not Justin Tucker's. Who is the...
Rodrigo Blankenship?
Yeah, Rodrigo. I'm sorry, guys. Rodrigo Blankenship's kickoffs were insane. They were always tackling him inside the 20.
Yeah. But now, Ravens-Bills, I mean, Ravens, they gotta run the football, which is just how they are. They got to get 250 yards rushing to win a game. And I'm trying to think, Bills-Colts, did the Colts have a good time running the ball? I think they... Jonathan Taylor definitely did play well. So that bodes well for the Ravens to be able to run the football here.
The Ravens only scored 20 on the Titans.
I think that's what scares me. Their defense, I don't think the Bills... I don't think the Ravens can let up 28 and win this game. To me, at least.
Yeah, if it's high scoring, I'm going Bills for sure. I mean, I'm already going Bills, but
I'll say, I'm like, you better ride this Bills train till the wheels fall
I
off.
am.
Which, I mean, it's not a bad train to be on. It's not like they're a bad team whatsoever.
No, you always gonna want to get on the hottest team in football. Yeah, I think the Bills are still gonna score a lot. The Ravens' defense is good. It's not that hard to be good against Ryan Tannehill's passes when you clamp Derrick Henry, though. I'm not taking away from the run game. I'm just saying the Bills don't rely on the run game.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I mean, just because you can stop the run against the Bills, that's not going to win you a football game. You've got to be able to take Stephon Diggs in the last, 10 games, he's just putting up stupid numbers.
Yeah, can the Ravens stop 4 to 5 big plays from Josh Allen?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they can.
They got to get Josh Allen to make some mistakes because he's willing to make mistakes. Like, Josh Allen will throw some, okay, wow, that was an insane throw. I can't believe he tried that. And you just got to be able to get those turnovers and turn those into points. If they do manage to get a little bit of lead and just keep it going. The Colts got a little bit of a lead, had good field position, but then Phillip Rivers was... Actually, it wasn't even really Phillip Rivers. They took points off the board. It was fourth down. They punted. What did they miss a field goal early?
They also went. They went for it and then
they went for it. Yeah, and they missed it. So they were leaving points on the board. And usually the Ravens aren't like that. Really good team in the red zone. And then Justin Tucker, he did miss a kick last week, which was weird. Which also holds true to my point. Justin Tucker has never missed a field goal while I'm watching. Because we were going to Indiana for the Ravens-Titans game, in the beginning of it, and I wasn't watching when Justin Tucker kicked that ball, and he missed it. I have never, with my eyes, seen Justin Tucker miss a field goal, ever.
I watched him when Joe Buck was this dude hasn't missed 79 straight kicks, and then he whiffs it.
So I'm still waiting for the day Justin Tucker to miss a field goal while I'm watching it. The one thing that makes me nervous for the Ravens in this game is that this feels... I said this about Ohio State, and it's going to be the same about the Browns. I feel like whenever you play a team that you hate in the game before, it becomes like your Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Ohio State beat Clemson. The whole year, Justin Fields was talking about the Clemson score. All right, we need to beat Clemson. We need to beat Clemson.
Yeah.
So then it kind of is all right, you beat them. Now can we move on to the next one? It feels like the Ravens beating the Titans was their Super Bowl to me.
Yeah, you talk all year about how much you hate a team. If you posted the Clemson score in your locker room all year, and then you beat them, you're like...
Then I accomplished
I don't have enough time to hate Alabama.
Yeah, you just don't got that extra bit of fire maybe that you need. But that's what I feel that the Ravens might have in this game, that they're all right, we beat the Titans, finally. They knocked us out last year. We danced on their logo. Are they going to be able to turn the page in 6 days and come out here and beat the Buffalo Bills?
I do think that this game is pretty... The spread's set perfectly because it's going to be a 3-point game.
I do think that whoever wins, it's either... I think if the Ravens win, it's by 3. But the Bills, I think the Bills could win by a little bit more. I was thinking about taking the under in this game, under 50, because I feel like the Ravens do a good job at keeping games low scoring.
It's only under if the Ravens win.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I'm changing my bet, and I'm going to take Bills minus 2.5. I think Bills just win this game.
You open the spread?
Oh, no, no, minus 2. Minus 2. I'm going to keep it at 2.
I might up the spread.
I mean, it's a half point.
I love
maybe get 8 extra cents or
something. Up in the
spread's
such a G move.
Yeah, you're just you know what? I'll take some extra points.
Well, you're kind of just do I want my bet to push or hit 3? Because it's not going to hit.
No, it's definitely not going to hit that. 2.5. That's just not going to happen. But, I mean, I think the Bills... Yeah, I'm going to stick true to my theory that if you play your Super Bowl the week before against a team that you hate, you don't win your next game.
I just feel like John Harbaugh is not going to let that happen. I still think the Bills are going to win, but...
Oh, I think the Ravens... But if the Ravens come out and... Bills win. I'm just going to lock it in. Bills win this game. So do you think Bills are winning this one as well? Are we going to have to agree on that?
I'm taking Bills minus 2. You might see... Last time me and Gord... I think the only time we went completely in together last week was the Titans winning.
Oh, yeah, bad. So this is... If you're listening to this, bet on the Ravens to win. Wait. It's even funnier against the Ravens. We need to start believing in these fools. If they win this game, we need to start believing. We got to get Lamar Jackson jerseys.
Oh, if the Ravens win this game, I think they would. go.
Yeah, but
to
then the
Super
thing
Bowl.
is, if they play the Chiefs, I still bet against them again.
If they knock my Super Bowl picks out, I'm betting against the Chiefs. Depends how much the Chiefs win against the Browns.
I mean, we got to talk about that game soon, but like, I don't know. The Ravens, are they really about to do this? Am I really about to do this again? I hate whenever a team proves me wrong, and then I pretty much next week I tell them to prove me wrong again, because they usually do it.
I think they do. I think that the Titans trash defense.
I like that they set the money line like really close. They like treating this as like a straight toss-up game, even though the Ravens were like, I mean, like 4 weeks ago, people were like, the Ravens aren't making the playoffs, and then they just kind of like caught fire towards the end. I still think they are. I think they're a top 3 AFC team. I thought that from the beginning of the season. I just thought they had some weird issues like the COVID stuff.
Yeah, I mean they are clearly a top 3 AFC team right now.
Yeah, especially because after the Steelers did that, I mean the Browns, like as crazy as it makes it sound, I mean I guess the Browns are like a top 4 AFC team. That is a weird thing to say.
By default,
they are a top 4 AFC team. That makes me sad. That makes me so sad. I cannot believe this is not the Bengals. How'd the Browns get good before the Bengals?
I don't know. They're still from Ohio, though.
Yeah, but is Cleveland Ohio? I feel like Cleveland and Cincinnati are different states.
They are. Well,
I feel like once you cross Columbus, like they're different.
There's
we got North Ohio, South Ohio.
There's legitimately an accent difference.
Yeah.
So because I lived in Northeast Ohio in college, and Cincinnati, I definitely have like a Southwest Ohio accent.
Yeah.
I have a slight country accent. You don't notice it if you're from Southwest Ohio.
They're like you're not from Kentucky, but you're definitely not from like anywhere north.
Well, I had a linguistics teacher in college, and they were like, they call it an in-between zone in language and accents. And I was like, well, I feel like where I'm from is the in-between zone of like Columbus and Kentucky. And my professor had actually been around here, and he was like, yeah, I'm so confused by everybody's accent.
Yeah.
But anyways, in Cleveland, they have like low-key New York accents.
Yeah.
So it is different.
I don't mess with Cleveland. I feel like it is not Ohio to me. That's why I can't mess with the Cavs.
I just have so many friends from college that are Browns fans. I like them, seeing them happy.
If the Browns beat the Chiefs, I won't be mad for them, even though it will lose me money.
I'm definitely rooting for them.
I'll be rooting for the Chiefs because I got too much money riding on the Chiefs. I guess, I mean, after that, so we'll lock in one last time. Ravens, Bills. We're taking Bills -2. We're rocking with it. Let's go, Bills. Bills Mafia. Dude, you know what we did not talk about in episode 2? That picture of that fat Bills fan with his jersey, his stomach hanging out of his jersey. He's talking about like the big
There's
Bills.
so many funny Bills fans.
Oh my gosh.
Have you heard the story of Pinto Ron?
Yes. And they were. Are you talking about the guy that like the really?
He has like a 12-inch TV.
Yes. And they showed it, and I remember even like the big cat from Part of My Take said that we got to get this guy a bigger TV. He was watching on the smallest TV I've ever seen.
Then Big Cat was like, I actually think I don't like this dude because in a random interview, Pinto Ron said that he kept a jar of milk that somebody left in his car for 25 years.
Okay.
And then somebody was like, didn't that smell bad? And he said, yeah, for the first 20 years.
So after 20 years is the mark where milk just like, it's like, okay, it's fine now.
It's just dust, I guess.
Gosh, I mean, like, I've smelt milk like 2 weeks past the expiry date and be like, oof. I don't even know what it looked like at 20 years.
I left a Yoo-Hoo in my dad's car growing up, and I ruined his car.
Sorry, West Up.
Yeah.
But after that, I mean, we talked enough about Bills fans, I think. It's Bills Mafia.
Browns cheese, baby.
We're riding with them. All right, Chiefs, Browns.
I think it's a time to note that the Browns are literally named after Mike Brown, the worst owner in the league.
Yeah, and then what? I don't even know how that whole situation.
That's got to be the worst mascot.
What even is it? Do they even have a mascot?
They're the Browns.
Is it a human?
I mean, they're technically the dog pound, but
yeah,
there's no dog called the
I've
Brown.
really never thought about it. Cleveland Browns is like the worst.
They're named after Mike Brown.
Yeah. And then what?
Paul Brown.
Yeah, and then what? He just decided, I don't want to own the team that I'm named after. Let's go down the river and build a new team or something like that.
Well, he started like the Ravens and.
So why does this guy just start every team?
This is 3/4 of the AFC North.
That is impressive.
How's the best division in football?
Oh, sad that the Bengals are in that division. Because we're not going to be.
But we're part of the best.
Division.
Every time we don't make the playoffs, though, It's because we're part of the
Oh
best
yeah,
division
no,
of
it's
football.
not because of anything else. It's because we're in the AFC North.
Ryan Finley, any other team, playoffs.
Yeah, easy. If we're in the AFC, if we're in the NFC East, win it. Boom, easy. Browns, Chiefs. Chiefs come at 10-point favorites. Over under 56. I mean, like, this is just like my Titans Ravens game. I feel like the Browns, that could have been their Super Bowl. I was seeing like the locker room after. I'm guessing locker rooms are usually like that after you win to an extent, but I feel like they were going nuts. I felt like that was it for them. Like that was like the biggest moment in franchise history for the Browns.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes, I think of the last 8 games, is 0-7-1 against the spread though.
That is one thing. I don't like the spread at all. I hate the spread. I think 10 points is way too much for a playoff game in the AFC Divisional Round against a team that is really good. Like, they're a good team. Like, they just won a game without their left guard, their 2 best corners, their play caller, and they just walked into Pittsburgh and made them look very,
It's
very
kind
bad.
of wild to think that the Steelers probably have a better defense than the Chiefs.
Yeah, I would say the Steelers' defense can make more plays than the Chiefs for sure. And the Browns will be able to run the ball in this game.
Did they get in the 50s on them?
The final score of the Steelers-Browns game. What was the final score of that game? I know it hit the over.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't know if but also you got to think that Pat Mahomes is not going to turn this thing over 4 times. You would think at least.
Yeah, they hit 48.
48-37.
Yeah, I mean, he turned it over 3 against the Dolphins.
He did, but I don't know. The Browns secondary is not as good as the Dolphins secondary. Browns secondary, because I mean, even though the Browns late in that game were letting up a lot, like I feel like Tyreek Hill, this could be a game that he gets 250 yards. And Andy Reid after a bye doesn't lose. He doesn't lose ever.
This game has the widest margin of things that could happen.
The Chiefs and the Browns just have to control the clock,
So
run the ball a lot.
Mahomes could come out like playoff Mahomes, dust him. The Browns could come out, and the Chiefs are looking bored, and potentially dust the Chiefs. Like, there's so many things. I think that all these other games are going to be way closer. This game could end up being wild.
I think Chiefs definitely win this game, to me at least. But I mean, there's no way I'm touching a 10-point spread unless I was going to bet on the Browns. But I'm not going to because I don't want to be sat there rooting for the Chiefs to keep it close. Like, that's just not how I am whenever I'm rooting for a team because I have so many future bets on the Chiefs. So the one thing I do like in the game is I do think the under will hit in this game. I like the
Bold.
56 points. Even though the Browns keep putting up these points, Chiefs put up points, I feel like the first quarter of the game is going to be weirdly slow, like 3-0. And then it could pick up after that. But I think the Browns will come up and try and make this game. It's going to look like whenever the Colts were playing the Bills and they were snapping the ball with 1 second. Actually, not even 1 second. They were snapping with 0 seconds on the play clock. And that's what it's going to do. It's going to be 2 handoffs to Nick Chubb and then a play action pass.
Yeah, there should be an over-under on how many PA waggles that Baker Mayfield hits.
I would take the over no matter the number they set.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they probably set it like 6.5, but I think I'm taking Browns plus 10.
Browns plus 10? Which is a safe bet. Like you just don't.
I mean, that's at least pushing.
The thing that scares me about this is I promise the amount of money that will be put into Browns plus 10 will be so much. Like people are going to bet the heck out of this that it feels like maybe somehow Vegas knows something.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder on Barstool how many people's lock of the week this will be.
Yeah, because I mean that's a lot of points. Winning by 11 points in an NFL game is not easy.
In the playoffs.
That's one thing is like they're not playing the Bears. This is not the Bears.
Yeah, it only happened Saints Bears.
This is not the Bears. This is the Cleveland Browns, which I mean the Cleveland Browns of the past, yeah.
They can score though.
But this team can put up points. And the over-under scares me, but I like the under more than I like any of these spreads because I would bet Browns plus 10 if I didn't have so much money on the Chiefs Super Bowl because I don't want to have to like root for a close game. I don't want the Chiefs to be up 7, and then I'm like, oh, I'll only settle for a field goal here, please, please, please. So I'm going to stick with my under.
Patrick Mahomes might be thought over by himself, though.
Chiefs win 37-16. Wait. Yeah, that'd be fine. 37-16. Blow them out. 53.
I mean, anything could happen, but I'm taking Browns plus 10. It's a playoff game.
And then our last one. It's so sad only talking about 4 playoff games. This is really almost the end.
Let's make up our own.
Which we're just like, and next week, Bengals versus Broncos in the Dirty Divisional. But we have Bucks Saints, probably the closest. To me, this game feels like more of a toss-up than the Bills Ravens. I don't know why. I just feel like it's such like a, because I mean, Bucks Saints. Saints are -3 favorites. Over/under set at 51.5. But Saints and Bucks have played twice this season. Early in the season, it was a close game. Saints won. Second time they played it, it was not close. Saints won 35-3, I believe, and it wasn't close at all. And the Saints have like the perfect recipe to beat Tom Brady. Pass rush, get to the quarterback, DBs that can lock up and man, and not allow those receivers to get downfield.
But the Washington pass rush is better.
It is.
And they didn't get to him.
And they did not get to him. But also, I just think that the Washington football team was in over their head anyway. Like their offense couldn't even stay on the field for a moment. Well, they did for a little bit.
They did lock down Chase Young, though.
Yes, which was weird. I was really seeing clips of Rob Gronkowski blocking Chase Young. I was like, that's just impressive. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, I saw Rob Gronkowski's brother saying, yeah, he's underrated in blocking. And I was like, I don't know why anybody would talk about that.
Yeah, he must be right. Like, if Chris Gronkowski's saying it, then he's got to be right.
Yeah.
But, so the over-under 51.5, I really don't want to touch that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, it probably hit, though.
Well, let's see, 27-24 would be 51.
I feel like I should bet against my instinct, though.
I don't know if that's a good idea. Is that the way to make money here? We bet against instincts?
On our over-unders, yeah. Because we're always
wrong.
Oh,
yeah, because we are always wrong. So that is true. So what do you think? What would you like here? Saints -3?
I'm
not betting against Tom Brady.
Tom Brady in the playoffs is a different human being.
Yeah, and I'm not betting against Tom Brady unless it's the Super Bowl.
He's the best
at least
regular season quarterback of all time. The best playoff quarterback of all time. The best Super Bowl quarterback of all time.
The only thing you're betting against is that he's 43 years old. That's the only hope you've got.
This dude's made it to 9 Super Bowls.
That's so many.
The 9.
And that's not easy in the NFL. It's not like the NBA Finals where it's the same 2, 3, 4 teams make it every season with the same players.
He's 43. He looks younger than I do. He looks like he's 29. I look like I'm 31.
Yeah,
so.
he's getting weirdly like younger looking as he gets older.
Yeah, he looked worse in the draft.
Oh yeah, for sure. He looked weird.
Tidy whitey.
He looked very weird, and he even looked weird till he was like 27. I would say that's when he started looking like a better guy. Now he looks like a great dude, a good looking guy.
Yeah, when he threw on the 5 o'clock shadow, it's over.
Yeah, that was when Tom Brady took the next step of not looking creepy.
I wonder if you switched Peyton Manning's looks with Tom Brady's looks, if we would think that Peyton Manning was better. Because Peyton Manning's forehead.
Peyton Manning's so weird.
Is enormous. Side point. Tom Brady tweeted out a meme of him and Drew Brees playing on the History Channel. Because they're so old.
I could see that. That would be nice.
Well, it's funny. I was about to say this feels like us being 12, these two are playing. But these two have never played in the playoffs.
Yeah, because they've always been in the AFC. Well, Drew Brees was with the Chargers for a little bit, but didn't play against Tom Brady.
No, we didn't watch him on the Chargers.
Yeah, no, that was a little bit before our time.
So yeah, it does feel like a matchup from when we were younger because of how good these people are. But while Tom Brady's making it to playoffs, the Saints were, making it to Super Bowls, the Saints were straight cursed. No Super Bowl appearances.
And I'd like to see, I don't feel like teams win 3 out of 3 matchups. Like when you play 3 times in a season, it's tough to beat someone 3 straight times. So You know what? With all that being said, give me Bucks +3. Let's go Buccaneers. Let's go Tom Brady. Win me some money.
I'm gonna up you. Bucks money line.
Bucks money line. Okay. I hope they win by 2 now. So what? Bucks +3. So even if we lose by a field goal, then I get a little pushky. I'll take a little push.
Well, in the last 3 games, I am feeling that the 3 better teams are going to win. Gotta take an underdog.
That's true. And it just feels like the Bucks. I don't know. I keep saying I keep thinking the Packers are going to make the Super Bowl, but then there's just something in me that feels like Tom Brady's playing in this Super Bowl. I don't know why. I know why. It's because he's been in 9, so I'm just so used to seeing him in Super Bowls that I can't picture Super Bowls without him.
10 is insane.
Maybe that's a reason why he won't make it. Making it to 10 Super Bowls is too many.
Yeah, I mean, people were talking about Nick Saban winning 7 championships is like beating NCAA 14. I mean, imagine, I don't even know if I could last in a Madden career 23 years.
Oh, no, I'd get so bored.
I would be bored. I'd be done. I'd be like 10 Super Bowl appearances.
Like, what else do you got to play for? How does Tom Brady get hype for a regular season game?
That's probably why they lost.
I might, you know what? I might hammer the Bucks minus 50.
Are they playing at night?
It is the late game, yes. Oh, no.
Hey,
Tom Brady proved it, though.
I was hating on Tom Brady at night.
He came up dealing, but he did start slowing down in that second half whenever the clock started hitting 10 o'clock. First half, he was dealing, straight dealing.
But, I mean, Drew Brees is tired, too, so...
And Drew Brees has, like, young kids. Like, they probably keep him up at night. And the Saints are at home, so he might be at home and his kids might be crying.
With headphones on.
Bucks are winning this game. I've got nothing else to say other than that. We can move on to our last little 2 portions here. We got a little can't lose parlay and a bold bet of the week. So do you have a can't lose parlay put together yet? Or should I talk through mine?
You go for yours.
All right. My can't lose parlay, I will be taking the following teams. You guys can take it if you want, or you can straight fade against me. Let me find the odds for it as well. Okay, I got it here. So we got the Packers minus 2.5 against the Rams. That's an alternate spread. I do think the Packers win this game. It just seems too crazy to me to think that Aaron Rodgers is going to go out in this round against Jared Goff. Can't see it happening. I'll take Chiefs minus 2.5 against the Browns. There's not a lot of value in that. I'm just kind of adding it because I just do not see Pat Mahomes losing to Baker Mayfield. And I think Andy Reid off a bye is too good. Then an alternate spread of Buccaneers plus 14.5. Because if they get blown out, I'm just going to be so mad. I don't think that they get blown out by the Saints. I think they at least keep it close. And then the final leg of it, an alternate total of Ravens-Bills under 56.5. That means that I do not think the game will be 28-28 because I don't think the Ravens put up 24 points or more and let up more than 32. So if you take those 4 legs, you get a little plus 189 odds. It's decent money, and it's just some normal stuff to happen. So that's going to be my can't lose parlay of the week. And then yours.
All right,
Let me pull up FanDuel here for you so I can help you out what the odds would end up looking like.
My can't lose parlay is a little similar to Gordon's. So we got the Packers money line. I think Aaron Rodgers is too hot right now to be beat by a quarterback with no hand. I'm picking the money line because I feel like Sean McVay would randomly lose this game by 2 points. And then I'm going Bucks plus 7.5 because I think that maybe the Saints win, but they're not losing by more than a touchdown. Tom Brady's not losing by more than a touchdown. And then Browns plus 17.5.
Which is so many points. Like, there's just no way they lose by that much.
Yeah, that's why I love it. And I just feel like that can't lose because I already think the Bucks are going to win. I think the Browns are going to cover their original spread, and they're not losing by 17.
And this, I'm looking at this parlay. I might have to join you on this because this thing, honestly, you get some serious money from this.
What's the odds?
The odds on this, if you take Packers money line, Buccaneers plus 7.5, Browns plus 17.5, plus 162 odds.
That's money, dude.
That's some serious money right there for a good little bet that honestly all 3 things should happen. I mean, things could go wrong, but I mean, when you're looking for a good little can't lose parlay, which is 1-0 on the week, well 1-0 on the year for you, 0-1 for me, so I need to fight back and get me one here. Because I do not want to be known as the 0-2 can't lose parlayer. Oh wait, also we needed to mention our sponsor for the can't lose parlay this week.
Jay Collette.
Thank you, Jay Collette. If the can't lose parlay does not hit this week from either of us, you can hit him up on Twitter, Instagram, wherever. If you do find him on there,
he said he would refund you.
And
guys.
he will refund you guys for your can't lose parlay up to $1 million. So hit him up about that if you put your money on our can't lose parlay. And yeah, that was all for that part.
Yeah, and then bold bet of the week is sponsored by Walmart Yetis.
What in the world is a Walmart Yeti? Are you talking about this?
Yeah.
This is a Tumblr, man. You just pulled out the wrong people. Tumblr's gonna take away our money.
It's Ozark Trail. It's the Walmart brand.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. I saw it on the broadcast. I was like,
This is some brand placement here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know when I got that thing. I think I got it for Christmas.
I just feel like Gordon was trying to give him a shout out.
That's what I was trying to do.
So,
all right, bold bet of the week. My bold bet is just a straight up 2-legger plus 461 odds, little parlay. It's bold. Okay, this is awkward. Bold bet of the week completely disregards what I said about the Bills game because the bold bet of the week has the Ravens winning by 2.5, and I already bet on the Bills. So this is just the bold bet. I'm going to throw some money on this because it's money to make. Ravens minus 2.5, Bucks minus 2.5, plus 461 odds. I'm taking the 2 underdogs to beat the 2 seeds.
you contradicted yourself.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
I contradicted myself on episode 1, but I changed my bet, and it couldn't have been better.
Yeah, that is true. It ended up working out very well that you stuck with the Browns.
Yeah. And this week, I'm taking the Browns money line as my bold bet of the week.
The Browns money line. What odds do they have here? Let me see. The Browns money line is plus 370. If they do it again, man, then that is impressive.
I'm riding the Browns money line.
Do they win the Super Bowl if they win this game?
I'm not betting the money line in the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. I think they win the Super Bowl if they win this game. I'm done with it. I think they're just destined, or they'd lose in the Super Bowl, like on some LeBron James type stuff, and then win it in a few years.
I'm gonna have a hard time betting on the Super Bowl. Let's just can go.
Chiefs are winning it. It's all good. So we got our bets. We got our can't lose parlays. We got our bold bets. I mean, we're finishing up episode 3 here. This is pretty impressive. We made it 3 in now. We're almost getting to the end. I was telling them before, we only have 7 football games left this season. So, 8 including if you want to watch the virtual Pro Bowl announcement. I don't think anyone's going to
What is that?
I think they're just having a Zoom call with the Pro Bowlers. Yeah, I don't know.
I can't even get on Zoom anyways.
Yeah.
Why would I watch a Zoom?
I'm not sure what they're doing for that, but yeah, no one's going to watch that. So 7 football games left. 4 this week, 2 next week, and then the Super Bowl. Well, I think there's a break before the Super Bowl. I'm not sure. I think there's a bye.
Are we really taking a week off to watch a Zoom call?
Yeah, I will. I will not touch that. But it's sad. I mean, we'll have some other sports to talk about at some point, but we decided to start a podcast with 3 weeks left in the NFL season, which is bold to us.
Hey, this is going to turn into an NHL podcast.
No, we might have to get a special guest in here to talk hockey with this guy.
Most likely it's going to turn into a soccer podcast.
Yeah, just talking about all sports, a little NBA, and talking about some NFL offseason stuff.
Gordon's a professional soccer player. So.
No, professional virtual soccer player.
Same thing. In COVID, you're a professional soccer player.
That's true. With COVID, that's the only reason I'm not
Everything's virtual. So
everything is virtual. I'm a professional. Anything else you'd like to say here on episode 3?
Browns money line.
Chiefs, no, not money line because you don't make any money that, but Chiefs to the Super Bowl. Thank you. If you're still watching this,
If you're still watching it, go to London Bobby's.
London
Fish
Bobby,
and chips.
tell them we sent you. They'll hook you up. They'll make sure you're right.
They'll give you fish and chips for free.
I wasn't going to give you that bit of a promise, but they'll hook you up. That's all I'm going to say. Off the Bench sent you. Until next time, next Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't even know when we upload these next ones.
If any of our listeners are good at graphic design,
hit us up.
We need a logo. Our friend Christian made a logo.
And it was terrible.
Looks like it's from Dunham Sports.
Terrible logo.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, Christian, that was terrible.
Yeah, it sucks, dude.
And hopefully our audio quality is good. We've been trying our best to fix it.
I bought a new mic because I mumble. So
So we'll see. Until next time, I got nothing else to say.
Next time we're talking to you, we'll recap this and AFC Championship and NFC Championship.
Dang, I'll be crazy talking about Chiefs, Bills, and Packers, Bucks. We'll see you then.
Yep.